Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Oh man, guys, not good right now. Not good at all. Green Bay Packers 27-18 win over the Washington Commanders on Thursday Night Football. We're thinking about what the title of this video could be, and a lot of times it's this, make it stop or this can't be happening. And one of them that ran through my head, nightmare scenario. Not the way we wanted this season to start for Jordan Love, Micah, Parsons of all people, and the Green Bay Packers. Now, Paul joined by Jack Weinberger, Robert Ziggy Ziegler up at Harvard University, and producer Zach Bloomquist is with us for a late night show. Zach will be getting up in 5 hours here?
I mean, that's shocking.
Yeah, this is some pretty big time stuff from producer Zach.
But before we get on, can I just say, Jack, Jordan Love heard where you put the Packers in the power rankings. This is all your fault, this game, because you thought the Steelers were better than the Packers.
Listen, I think the Steelers beat Washington tonight by like 40, not 9. But I'll digress.
Zach, you just make sure Ziggy's audio coming in good here. We're at good levels. Let's just know if everyone can hear. Okay.
I'm traveling right now, so this is why my audio is.
Yeah, no, that's not the one, Zach. You do it on the computer, on the screen. Producer Zach. No, I know. As producers, sometimes you have to produce it live in the moment. All right, it looks like everybody here.
Well, like it's mid-90s.
Yeah. All right, so there's over 1,000 people watching this right now. A lot of. I have a really embarrassing thing to bring up here. For some reason, right at the end of the game, my brain tricked me into thinking it was a 7-point game. So I ran into the bathroom when the Commanders got the ball back, and I came running out, Ziggy, and I was like, "Come on, Jayden, let's go!" And Jack and Zach looked at me like, "What the hell's wrong with you? It's a 9-point game with a minute and a half left." And I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" So we could talk about a lot of different things. I thought the Packers looked really impressive. As much as the Detroit game, I said I thought was closer than the final score wound up indicating. I thought this game felt like it was a lot closer of a score throughout when it felt like Green Bay was just kicking their ass. The story to me, though, is Micah Parsons and this Green Bay defense are legit. And that makes the Packers...
It's Rob Gronkowski.
That makes the Packers a very, very, very top-tier Super Bowl contender, which I am not happy about at all.
The story is Rob Gronkowski, part 2.
Tucker Kraft.
Tucker Kraft. Yes.
Ziggy, what was your takeaway from this game?
We're screwed. Green Bay runs this division. Okay, I'll give a little bit more football here. I know you want to talk about Micah Parsons and the defense, but how is it not the Tucker Kraft breakout? I mean, we've been hearing all offseason that this guy was going to take over in Green Bay. And, I thought okay, maybe they'll start using the tight ends a little bit more than last year. When was the last time a Green Bay tight end put up a performance like this?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. Jayden Reed leaving, Christian Watson obviously not being there. Like, someone had to step up. And Tucker Kraft finished 6 receptions, 124 yards, and a touchdown. And you're just watching. I guess we'll get to the defense in a second here. The scariest thing about Green Bay to me right now, offensively, is that I don't think we're anywhere near their ceiling. As good as they've looked these first 2 weeks, I think this offense is going to keep getting better. Go ahead.
We keep having second halves where the Packers take such a lead early and the defense is so good that the offense can just take it easy and slow roll the entire second half of the game. We have not seen the Packers have to play a complete game on offense.
Like, they can just go on cruise control kind of, which is what they did.
No, they're not cruise control, but it's like Josh Jacobs had 23 carries for 84 yards. We haven't even seen Josh Jacobs have a big breakout game, man. He was one of the top 5 rushers in football last year. We haven't seen Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden finished tonight with 0 receptions, but how many times? It was twice, right? Where Jordan Love would have had 2 touchdowns to Golden. Once on that first, I think it was the first drive of the game, right? When he overthrew him.
I thought that was later. Maybe it was the first.
No. He overthrew him later in the game on what would have been like the 80-yard touchdown or whatever. But he overthrew him twice.
Yes,
where you're seeing Matthew Golden get behind the defender.
Like, he has guys beat. Yes.
And it's a matter of time before that connection ultimately winds up being completed. So I'm watching Green Bay right now, and I'm seeing what they're doing on defense. I'm seeing the offense getting the job done in the first half of these games. You're right, because they're basically allowed to take their foot off the gas. But I'm just going, oh my God, if Tucker Kraft is going too, Romeo Doubs looked good tonight. They're going to get Watson back. Reed didn't even play. And
it's only a matter of time.
Not good.
It's a matter of time before that 96-yard touchdown's complete to Matthew Golden.
Yeah, and when these guys, and Savion Williams got worked in tonight, there's just so many weapons. And this is exactly who the Packers were supposed to be last year. That's what Ziggy said last week, and I think you saw it again tonight. Everything we feared about them after the breakout from Love is happening right now.
And I'll tell all these Packers fans, I'm a Tucker Kraft fantasy owner, and I had the Packers minus 3.5. So while all you guys think that I'm like some bad guy, mush, bad luck, everything I touch turns to gold. Like, you want me on your side. I'm a Tucker Kraft owner. I bet the Packers. Like, I'm with you guys.
Oh, did Reed break his collarbone? That's not good.
Who's Reed?
Jayden Reed.
Oh.
Yeah.
But he went down early.
He left early.
That's
yes.
right. That's right.
And then he went down, too, on that. That was an amazing, what was that, like a 50-yard touchdown would have been for Love? I just thought, I feel like this team's going to continue to get better, and the juice that Parsons has given them. Guys, we're talking about the Commanders. The Commanders scored 20 points or more in 7 straight games coming into this one. Jayden Daniels has been red hot for basically the past, 8 games he's played of football. And tonight they looked, they looked horrible.
Yeah, it was like the Lions game all over again.
It's just to come out and beat the crap really out of, 2 of the top 5 contenders in the NFC.
Well, what did Daniels have? He had like 100 passing yards for 3.5 quarters or something like that?
The Commanders had 11 yards in the first quarter, which was the fewest they've had since 2018.
Yeah, the Packers.
And if you're a Lions fan, I think you should be thrilled with this, right? This gives me some reason to believe the Lions aren't as bad as they looked, and the Green Bay defense is just this good.
Well, I don't know about I don't know if thrilled's the word, but I guess
if the Commanders came in and really did well against the Packers defense, you might think, okay, we suck. If they can shut down Jayden Daniels in that offense, they can shut down anyone. Similarly, like, think of their rushing game, right? They couldn't get anything going on the ground this game. It was a disaster all around on offense for the Commanders. Micah Parsons was held basically every play he was in, and it didn't get called most of the time, and it didn't matter. He's transformed this team and this defense.
Yeah. And
I'm terrified if I'm the Vikings and J.J. McCarthy, if I'm the Bears and Caleb Williams. Can you imagine what they're going to do to the Browns next week?
I know. From the moment they got Micah Parsons, it has just been a rocket ship for Green Bay, and you can feel it building. Coming home, like being at home to start the season, the crowd is juiced up. It's just there's that feeling you get when it's a special season, and I hate it. I'm like, I really like, guys. A lot of people think on this show that secretly behind closed doors we're rooting for the Packers, and Jack's rooting for the Packers more than anyone on this show. When the Vikings were playing Monday night and we were getting our ass kicked and JJ looked like the worst quarterback in the league, and I had Packers fans texting me, ha 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 ha, you guys suck. I actually looked over at my dad and went, I don't know if I could do this all year. I don't know if I can do a 13-4 Packers season and the Vikings being 3-14.
I mean, right now this doesn't look like a team who's going to lose even 4 games. There might be a.
We talk about how hard the schedule is in the NFC North this year, and for the Packers, that's an NFC North team. They have a tough schedule, but there comes a point. Same thing when you're a good team and you start playing badly, you become the hunted. There's a point where you can go or you can become the hunter. You know what I mean? And teams start circling you, saying, "All right, I don't know how we're going to win that game." And I think as you're looking across Green Bay's schedule, go to Cleveland next week, probably a win. They should win in Dallas. The Bengals go to Green Bay. That's one that maybe in the beginning of the year you're tossing up, and now you're like, the Packers will score at will on that defense, and you trust Green Bay's defense to shut down anyone right now. So you're just running through it. At Arizona.
It's also in Lambeau, too, that game.
Yeah, at Arizona, at Pittsburgh, host the Panthers. yeah, that's Jack. Then they host the Eagles in a tough one, November 10th. But the first game that you really look at and go, okay, maybe they lose that one, is a game at home in November.
No way. It's in Pittsburgh at night. It's in Pittsburgh against Aaron Rodgers. That's the first game.
Dude.
And I'm not going to raise my voice.
Then it's the Giants and you host the Vikings. It's like as you go through this schedule and you start thinking of what this team could become, you just come to this realization that it could, it's a nightmare.
I also
Paul, listen, I've put out a poll in the chat about whether I should put on the jersey, and we've got about 800 people who have said I should put on the jersey. So in honor of this performance, I'm putting on the jersey.
No, you can't do that, Ziggy. No. Oh.
We're putting on the Notre Dame jersey. I don't know what jersey people are talking about in the chat saying I should be wearing.
Is that Ian Book?
I'm wearing the Notre Dame number 12 for the A&M game.
Is that Ian Book?
Ziggy, you got to stop this. This is ridiculous.
Oh, Ziggy, you're going to the game this weekend too?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man. These
I have Notre Dame minus 6.5.
These teases that you're doing are ridiculous, Ziggy. All right. I want to talk about the defense a little bit. You look at the chat; everyone's super pumped up. I would have been so pissed off. That would have been horrible. Ziggy, the defense to me though is the story for the. I know everyone's excited about Tucker Kraft. Yeah, good. I'm sorry, guys. Ziggy's not wearing that jersey today. I know that a lot of people think Kraft is the story, and that's a great thing for Green Bay that happened tonight. But the defense to me, I came into this game thinking if that defense can replicate the performance against Detroit, that's what elevates this team up to that Super Bowl tier, right? It's that defense getting there and Jordan Love just being consistent. You've seen that this year. Micah Parsons against Josh Connerly, that was assault. Like that was wrong watching it.
Is Micah Parsons going to prison after what we saw in this game?
We talked about in the Andy Herman show, we said Brian Burns feasted on Josh Connerly. And to be fair to Josh, he's a rookie out of Oregon. You know, it's your first year and you start with Brian Burns and Micah Parsons. Like, good luck. That's a tough draw. But you're watching just anything Micah wanted to do, spin move, power, like speed. It was all there. And he's not even he's not even in good shape yet. He's still recovering from the injury.
He's barely playing any snaps. And I'll say this, if you're watching this and enjoy watching Paul and I suffer, we've got a bunch of people in here. Feel free to click that subscribe button. We're going to be reacting to almost every Packers game, almost every NFC North game. And if things keep going like this, if Micah Parsons keeps playing like this, if he gets healthier, if Jordan Love can connect on these deep balls like he did the second half of his rookie season, you're going to get to see a lot of us suffering on this show.
I also do.
It's just sickening.
I want to step down a little bit. Like I do want to see them play their first game away from Lambeau Field. I mean, like it seems like a perfect storm right now for Green Bay to just come in and play lights out with Micah Parsons, and you're playing at home. It's Lions week 1, primetime week 2. They look awesome. Yes, like they do. I'm aware, and I'm not taking anything away. But again, away from Lambeau Field, when the hype kind of dies down a little bit.
In Cleveland, they're Cleveland next week.
Well, but you
not in Lambeau.
The fans have been energizing this team in a huge way.
Yes,
like, I'm not going to say they're going to lose in Cleveland, but Jack's totally
that's
right.
what I'm saying.
Like you now you're away. Edgerrin Cooper conducting the fans, telling them when to get loud, to stay quiet when they're in the huddle.
Yeah,
like playing at Lambeau does have a special energy, and I'm terrified to go there this year. But I do want to see how they do in a more hostile environment. Like Jack has a point here.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough in that when they go on the road, it's obviously getting out of Lambeau.
Cleveland should have beat the Bengals.
Cleveland
had the Bengals beat.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I would feel pretty good if I'm a Green Bay fan going in there. But that's the difference this year is now you have a defense that you feel can shut anyone down. And the big concern I had coming into the year, if you guys remember, I thought the cornerback room could be a problem. I thought if someone goes down, now we could be looking at some issues. Nate Hobbs is down, and they haven't missed a beat. I mean, they haven't missed a beat here. Keyshawn Nixon was great tonight. I thought Valentine played great. It's all 3 levels. They just look like a complete defense, which should scare the crap out of the NFC North teams. And it's Ziggy, right now, are the Packers the team to beat in the NFC? Or NFL?
I mean, I thought they were after what we saw last week. In the NFL is a little bit much. And as Jack says, it's been 2 games. They've been at home. But preseason expectations matter a little bit. And I expect both these Lions and these Commanders teams to be contenders.
Yeah.
They got crushed. Right? This wasn't like the Packers. If the Packers just won both these games, I would feel pretty good. They obliterated.
It was domination. And I'm not trying to discredit anybody. Like what the Packers did these first 2 weeks have looked like the best team in football. Like they've looked flat out amazing.
Like this at home, like they're going to be hosting playoff games this year, probably.
Right.
You want to go to Lambeau during the playoffs?
And like you wouldn't pick against them there in the yeah, no way.
Watching this game tonight, I was trying to find that week 1 game when Micah's there, you're juiced up, you're playing Detroit, who you want to beat so badly. Sometimes you have games where you just come out and your hair's on fire.
But now you get a primetime game too.
But now you get a primetime game, but they did it again. And there came a point, I don't know when I tweeted it out, and I was just like, son of a bitch. Like, yeah, these guys are really good. And you could see it on the field. There's something different. There's a different energy. Jordan looks sharper. It's all coming together nicely. And yeah, if you're a Packer fan, like you guys should be absolutely jacked up.
100%.
It's amazing. It's easy to forget too. Like they brought all this energy and this effort on 3 days, right? They played on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they're playing again tonight. The ability to come out and play like that, as you say, like it's a couple games in a row against tough teams, but there was such little time between it. I mean, didn't this Commanders team came out, and to me, it looked like they were tired from their game against the Giants. They did not look like immediately they were ready to play. This Packers team I talked about in our show of Andy, they're so fast, they're so energetic. It's incredible, and the audio's out.
Is our audio coming through, Zach? Can you see it on the screen? Check. Check. Can you guys hear us?
Hello.
It's coming through the screen.
Let's see. Can you guys hear us now?
Audio cutting for all audio. Audio.
Reload the audio. Just reload. People say I'm good. I saw someone say I'm good. Hearing like 2 words every min. Here, I could take a look. Let's see.
Oh man, it's I blame producers. People are saying if you refresh, it'll be fine.
Yeah, reload.
It might be on YouTube's end and not our end, because I don't see why it would have been different.
Now we're getting some I can hear. I hear you fine.
Okay.
Audio's good.
Okay, that's weird. Who knows? Thank you, everybody.
I blame YouTube. I blame YouTube.
Yeah, it could be YouTube. All right, let's take a look at some of these super chats. Ziggy, can you see the chat? Or can you see them?
Yeah, we've had an unbelievable number of super chats coming in.
Real quick, before you start reading them, just want to say thanks, guys. We have 3.6 thousand people watching us right now, which is kind of crazy. It's the most we've ever had.
Audio problems.
Really, really cool for us. I hope everyone can hear us right now. That's just what I want to hear. If you're enjoying the content, please remember to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to chase down 50,000 during the season. That'd be really cool.
I mean, right now we're trying to chase down 22,000. We're getting close. We could hit it tonight. It'll be very easy if you just click that subscribe button. We've already gotten almost halfway from where we were to 22,000.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, so let's hit some super chats.
We appreciate it.
Let's hit some super chats.
We'll show appreciation by hitting these super chats. Let's go through these. We got Ryu Hitsuya. Good evening, Cheese and Gentle Packers. Go Pack, go.
Oh, jeez. A lot of celebrations.
Tucker Kraft is a beast. Yeah, that seems right.
So Jack has him in fantasy football, and we were watching tonight, and it just seemed like Tucker Kraft. You've been waiting for this game. You've just been waiting for it, and we said off the top, when Jayden Reed goes down, you need someone to step up. If Tucker Kraft can become a reliable target for Jordan Love, it's like where do you turn?
I drafted Tucker Kraft like a 10th round too.
Yeah,
I steal the draft.
All right, go ahead, Ziggy.
We've got a few more. We got a lot more here, actually. We'll get through these as best we can. Cameron Uncic says the Packers have the best defense in the league. And I will say, through 2 weeks,
yeah,
I'd be surprised if we leave this weekend with any defense looking better, right? These are 2 good offenses the Packers have faced, and they've crushed them.
So
the best player playing 40% of the snaps.
Yeah, I mean, real quickly, if you're just talking about the top tier contenders right now, right, coming into the season, Buffalo's defense did not look very good against Baltimore. Baltimore's defense, I think, will play better. But again, Josh Allen carved them up. Kansas City, I think, had their moments, but Justin Herbert had a pretty good game against them. Detroit has all the guys coming back from injury. And Philly, I think, is still a very good defense. Jalen Carter's suspension definitely impacted that first game against Dallas. But of all the contenders right now, yeah, Green Bay is the number 1 defense that you've seen. I think you could point to Houston's defense is amazing, Denver's defense, but that's the scary thing. None of them have the offense that Green Bay has to complement it. Go ahead, continue, Ziggy. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
We've got Doug Hype TV with a few here. Good luck trying to play this defense. Micah was held on nearly every play and still had 8 pressures and put on the jersey, Ziggy. Well, I'm happy to say, jersey's on. Go Irish. Truffle Shuffle is in here. Edrin Cooper is a beast. Giga Maggie's Texas A&M going into Northwest Bend and pulling off an upset.
Uh-oh. He might be right.
Don't say that, Jack. I will say Edrin Cooper has had an outstanding start to the season. He's been exactly who I did not want him to be.
No, we saw that coming. We all saw that coming a mile away on this show.
This one's from D. Mize. Jordan Love had another touchdown wiped out by a hold. I think he's talking about the Jayden Reed touchdown there. Love hasn't been his best, but he's been elite. And as the season goes on, he gets better every year. And I think that's true. I also think that's true of the receivers. You think about how many missed deep connections. I haven't seen anybody talking about this, but it reminds me of 2023 Jordan Love, where the first half of the season, him and the receivers weren't on the same page. When they figured that out, it was game-changing.
I think he's also done a better job so far this season. And you only saw it a couple times in Detroit when he had those interceptions that were both eventually, the near interception and the one that was overturned. But sometimes when Jordan would get pressured and some people get annoyed when they see him throw off his back foot, which is something Jordan can get away with because he's such a talented passer. But what you're seeing this year a lot more, and there was a few times tonight where he was getting pressured, almost every single time he threw it out of bounds. which I know it's like you're watching and you just move on to the next play, but that's important. Like a lot of the decision making of Jordan Love last year led to interceptions. There were turnovers that could cost the Packers. When they played the Vikings, he had a couple big plays that impacted the game negatively for Green Bay with just the decisions he was making. So I think this year you're seeing a smarter Jordan Love. And even though we're not seeing necessarily the big plays downfield yet, we're seeing a couple of them, but not as many as you might want if you're a Packer fan. You're seeing so many less detrimental plays that's a huge contributor to this start to the season. That's almost as big as a big play, right? Not turning the football over.
And it's just a super nice and promising thing to see. And knock on wood. Like Jordan Love just looks totally healthy. Like just totally different player from last season.
He's comfortable. He can move.
Looks like he's comfortable, having fun, healthy. Like everything has clicked these first 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you know,
all around.
When Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel are coming down the pipe to
come down your throat.
Coming down. When Van Ginkel and Grenard are coming for you, I don't know if that speed's going to really help him out. But for now, when he's playing against the Commanders and the Lions,
look, when T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward break his back is one thing, but
oh gosh, someone just commented, I can't wait to see him play the Cowboys. I forgot about that. Mike is gonna.
And my gosh! Move that Cowboys offensive line is bad.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's.
And
all right, go ahead.
We'll get back to these super chats, but I also want to say we're getting really close to 22,000. We're only 90 subscribers away, and that might sound like a lot, but there's 3,000 of you in here. If you're liking what we're doing, just click that subscribe button. Get us up to 22,000. We really appreciate you. Now to Aaron Bowersock. Do the Packers allow any yards?
That might be the first time in Aaron's life that he's heard so. That's like news. Now we're gonna take it down to Aaron Bowersock.
All right, Aaron.
Well, we appreciate you, Aaron, for the super chat.
It's like a call.
I will say this: Packers tackling has been outstanding. Like this is one of the things we talk about defensive coordinators entering year 2, going into like how that can transform defenses. Now the players are learning the schemes. I feel like, I don't know if you feel this way, Paul and Jack, they're just executing these defensive plays so much better than they did the first year.
I mean, look at the rushing yards in each game. Detroit ended with 46, and the Commanders had 51.
How much did Daniels have?
Rushing yards or passing?
Rushing.
All right.
Daniels ran for 17 yards.
By the way.
40?
Wow, that's amazing.
Wait, we just gained like what? 40
subscribers. Listen to this, though, guys. Daniels had 17 rushing yards tonight. And, I mean, between two games, they're holding teams under 100 yards. Like, one of the most impressive things about the Packers, and actually another reason that you can look at this team, and I'm not happy. I mean, I'm reporting this as, like, I'm trying to be as, neutral as I can here, even though it's just crushing me. But when you're watching them on the lines, they're winning the line of scrimmage. And that's not something that was happening often last season. I think Anthony Belton had a pretty bad drive early on in the game. I know they put Kennard in a couple times. They were flipping him. But generally speaking, the Packers on both sides of the lines look really strong. And if you're winning up front, that's the NFC, right? Win the line of scrimmage there because the Eagles are loaded there. The Lions have been loaded there. And Green Bay invested so much. When you got Micah, you can now say you invested so much on both sides, and it's paying off substantially. And that's something that I can't wait for them to go against Philly like in November when we could see the two powerhouses. That's a ways down the road and things could change. But at this point in time, it seems like it just seems like they're on another tier.
Yes, Logan, I see you.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ziggy. Go ahead.
Appreciate the comment. Carry on, Ziggy.
We've got a ton more super chats to get through. You are being incredible. For the record, I'm not wearing a Packers jersey. I'm wearing a Notre Dame jersey, and the Packers knocked us off. This one is from a Sleep Eel. Packers versus Eagles Week 10. Winner is the team to beat in the NFC.
Yeah, we're so far from that I don't think we can.
Look, there is a world where both teams are 3-6, but then you never really know. But I mean, yeah, we're definitely on a.
We know that's not going to happen. Josh Hill is coming in here. Go Packers. I cannot endorse that in good faith. Max Neuermeyer, Ziggy, and Packers jersey would have killed Paul. You might have kicked me off the show if I brought out a Packers jersey there or put it on.
Yeah, no, you've had a couple of these now over the past few episodes where you've been like, I'm putting it on, and you go and throw on something else.
The odds are minus like 3K that at some point soon it's going to be put on.
It'll be put on in November in Green Bay.
Yeah, you lost the bet.
No, I mean like
lost the bet. It's horrendous.
I mean like on air on one of our shows.
I'll tell you what, if the Packers are undefeated going into that game, I will wear the jersey for our pregame preview show.
Oh,
I'm gonna address what Frankie here said. Bro said both games felt close. LOL. That is not what I said. I said this game was closer. The score was closer than the game actually felt. There was a point in time, wasn't it 17-10? Am I wrong?
Yeah,
17-10. It was 17-10, and it felt like Green Bay was up 30 points. And you're like,
yes.
Well, it's a stop and score away. Kind of like the Bears-Vikings game. You're like, how the hell is this game that close?
Then Green Bay did a great job, went down and scored.
What I was saying about the Lions game is, throughout that first half, I thought that Detroit had some really good drives that just didn't result in touchdowns. They had an interception, but they were moving the ball. They had like 16-9. I think they had a 13-play drive, and they walked away with 6 points. So that game, to me, even though the score didn't reflect it, I thought that was a closer game than it actually looked like until they got backed up by their goal line, and then you guys completely took over for the rest of the game. So that's let me just clarify that when people are saying like, oh, he's saying the games were close. Only the first half of Detroit was closer than it looked. Other than that, you guys have just been kicking ass.
And we're going to have to keep getting through these. This one's from Colas. Packers are at full potential, are not even at full potential, and they're absolutely killing it.
We know.
Yeah,
we know.
Yeah, there's room to improve on the offense for sure.
Yeah. Here's from Jonathan Exler. A live watch along would be great for a Monday night or Thursday night game some point this season. I know Sunday will be hard. By the way, Goat House Guy is a Vikings fan. Maybe we do need to have.
Wow.
We've never had a Vikings guest.
Yeah, we never have Viking anything on this show.
I love Exler.
Oh man. Okay, go ahead.
Here's from Truffle Shuffle. Thank you for the great content. You guys are honest, genuine. That's a rare quality. Keep up the great content. Go Pack, go Gig 'em Aggies. Having to read those back to back is tough.
Man.
We appreciate your support. By the way, we just hit 22,000.
All right,
so
22,000.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, all of you. That's unbelievable.
That's really nice.
That was funny. Is like having to read those back to back was tough.
Yeah, this is basically just a public platform for us to get bullied a little bit.
You guys to get bullied.
Yeah, you're enjoying this.
Give me a break.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fair enough.
This one's from Embedded Chaos. Thoughts on Jordan Love trucking the safety? I'll admit, I had two thoughts. My first thought was, is our show over for the season?
That's what we said too. Yeah.
And my second thought was, good golly, I didn't know Jordan Love had that in him.
That is if you're a Packer fan, I think the reasonable reaction to that is, oh my God, Jordan, no.
I think it's hell yeah.
No.
Look at my quarterback.
That's like after last year, if I were a Green Bay fan watching that, as someone who has some investment in the Packers as well for our channel, I was like, and you don't want to see anyone get hurt. But I was just like, what is he doing? And then when you see him get up, then you could be like, okay, let's go. But when he lowered the shoulder, and he got popped on the second hit.
Like in the moment, you're like, oh God, no.
Oh my God. Any Packer fan watching that after a year where he had knee and groin issues, I mean, like the last thing your season ends if Jordan Love's hurt.
Well, all these fans were calling for Malik last year at this time.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the season
they would have gotten their
wish if Jordan Love gets hurt. That's one he was fine. It jacked up the crowd. Great. If you're LaFleur, when you go in the locker room, when you're watching that in film, you're like, Jordan, never again. Never again. So it was a third down run, I know, but he got the first down. Just scoot out of bounds. That's what my advice would be. The most impressive part of this game for me from the Packers, like we're talking like their defense obviously flat out amazing the whole way through, but when it was 17-10, like you said, and the Commanders just like, wait a minute, they're in this game. And it was Jordan Love and Green Bay's offense that went right down the field and put the game away. Like, that's what impressed me. They didn't punt it back, had to rely on their defense to win in the game. Jordan Love and the offense went right down and they're playing like a complete team.
Put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
like it was a 3-dimensional victory today for Green Bay.
That's a great Ziggy. Did you put that question in there? Is this the best team since the Super Bowl team? That's a great question. I mean, they've had some. You guys are so damn lucky.
Did I put the great question in? Yeah, I wondered.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I think producer Zach put that question in.
Man, you guys just have it. Really is sunshine and rainbows, isn't it? Here?
This is gonna be great when we get our Super Bowl revenge in this year's Super Bowl. When Aaron Rodgers beats the Green Bay Packers. Oh. I'm going to be ruthless.
All right, what else we got in the super chat? I see Ziggy just tightened his glasses there. He's ready to read.
They keep coming in. I'm going to skip the line. Actually, I'm not going to skip the line. We'll keep going. This is from Alexander Newell. The Packers need to pace themselves this season. Go, Pack, go.
He's right.
I mean, we've heard people saying that. I remember Andy said that like teams that peak early usually aren't the teams that peak late. I always want my team to play great football. I don't care what week it is. I think that playing great football is what generates great football. So I get the thought of like, I want this team to pace themselves. I'd rather them just dominate and see what happens.
Even if even if you say Green Bay eventually comes back down to earth a little bit, which it might not happen, who knows? But if Green Bay, let's just say you have a couple off weeks, it happens. Like that's just the course of the season. What you're pumped about watching this right now is you're seeing that level that's necessary to win in the playoffs right away. If they have a couple off games, so be it. It happens. I think the consistency that you've seen through these two games makes you pretty confident that this should be different than what we've seen in the past.
Look at this. When you go out, right, and it's only 7:00 p.m. and you're ripping shots right off the bat, you never last.
But you rally.
Well, some rally, but most don't. But when you have a drink at 7, have a water, have a drink at 8, and throughout the course of the night, it's 2 a.m. and boom, you're on top.
That's when you're at your peak.
That's when you are at your peak. Mm-hmm. So I get it. It's
just saying have a water if you're a Packer fan right now.
Yeah, have a water. Maybe lose to Cleveland.
This is not a super chat, but I want to read this. This is a really nice message from Tanner Rowan. I was at my first game this season, and tonight got to witness my 2-year-old daughter cheer for a live touchdown. Just brought a tear thinking about it. First of all, great story. Second of all, be glad your daughter's not a Bears fan because the touchdown they saw week 1 might be the only live touchdown in that stadium all season.
That's really nice.
That's a really nice
message. That is really nice.
I'm glad you decided to share that with us.
Yeah, I am happy that is shared with us. I will say, would I have been happy had the Commanders won tonight in your daughter's first game? Yes. But I'm happy for your daughter because I remember the games I would go to as a look. I saw us lose to the Browns. I had Bills fans twerking on me walking out of the stadium when I was 12 years old. Commanders fans walking up to me. They walked up to me and my brother after RG3 ripped off the 80-yard run. And an old lady, like a sweet old lady, looked at me and my brother and went, "Oh, are you going to cry?" And my dad was like, "Just get out of here." Like, that's the life of a Viking fan. So actually, yes, I'm very happy for your daughter that she doesn't have to deal with that bullshit.
Here's a
did she the next goal for his daughter is her to catch a player in the Lambeau Leap. Maybe Matthew Golden's first TD.
I'm just waiting for Matthew
Golden's not that big. A 2-year-old could probably hold on to it.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm just waiting. That's maybe if I'm a Packer fan, that's what you're waiting for. Like, you're waiting for that Matthew Golden breakout game. And when that happens, I think that's the all systems go. Because it's gonna come. You can see it's close. And when Matthew Golden figures it out, you're a rookie. Yeah. Look, I mean, even Jefferson, right? Jefferson got going. It was week 3 against the Titans. I think it was week 3. Like that's the fear in my mind is if Golden turns into what we thought he was going to be in training camp, now we're not just playing around saying like, oh, Packer offense hasn't reached its full potential yet. Now it's shit, like they're unstoppable.
It's by the way, we're going to get back to these super chats, including from Aaron Bowersock, who's got yet another one. But there's 3,500 of you watching. If you like what we're up to, please click that subscribe button. It's really helping us grow. This has been a huge season for us, and I can wait to bring you more of this because I don't want to see the Packers continue to do this. But knowing how this season's going, that's probably going to be how it is. Chris Smith, Devontae Wyatt had a monster of a game. I think that's a player who has been missed because Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary have been such big names. He's going to have a great season. And I think you got to see some of that tonight, both in sacking Daniels and...
So has Colby Wooden. I think Colby Wooden's been awesome. I went back and I was watching tape on the Detroit game, and I just wrote in my notes like Wooden's a monster. Like they've been getting contributions across the board. It's just sickening.
It's the Parsons effect.
Yeah, it is. It's completely. You're watching this defense, and they all perfectly fit in. They're all jacked up. They're running around the field. They look faster than they did before. It's if they keep this level of play up all year, I mean, yeah, we're talking about like a 14-win team.
That mural in Green Bay is funny. The thank you, Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
that we saw they showed on NBC tonight.
But guys, like, think about what Washington had been doing. I know that it's different seasons, right? But like the Washington team that we saw end last season, they were just. I mean, they were putting up a gazillion points. Like, remember they go into Detroit, score 45. They went in. They're playing Atlanta 30, 36. Like, you just go through their schedule last year, and they were hanging so many points. And today, they came into Green Bay, and they looked, totally out of it. Jayden Daniels looked average the whole night at best. He looked below average. Like I just, that's what's scary to me.
There's also like I can see a small world where Green Bay is like last year's Saints.
I don't see that.
Where they come out on fire, they're like 2-0, dominating, and then just
no. This team has a lot more talent than that team did, and Green Bay is
never know.
really good teams.
We never know.
We'll see.
And
Toast Default says holding one of the most elite mobile quarterbacks to 17 rushing yards on 10 carries speaks for
17.
itself. We've talked about that a lot tonight, but it's certainly true.
Yep.
Here's a big super chat from Mark. Member, we appreciate you. The Micah Parsons contract is already paid off. Wow, the Packer back.
Yeah, it has. It has already. And one more thing. You good, Ziggy?
Yeah, I'm good.
It don't look good. Ziggy might just drop immediately.
These guys cannot wait to play the Steelers.
The other thing to keep in mind as well is the Packers are the youngest team in the NFL still. Right? The Commanders are the oldest team in the league tonight. That was kind of a fun fact, and the Packers are the youngest. That's what I mean when I'm like they're just going to keep getting better this year. So I'm not happy about it. All right, let's we got looks like we could get through some of these super chats. Oh my gosh, do we have that many? Mm-hmm. All right, Ziggy, blast. Blast through.
Can you blast through these?
Yeah, I can blast through these. I can go through. All right. We're gonna take a look at where do we end off there? You said we're got the $20 one.
21.
Wow. Okay. We're at Quasar 21 says, when is the last time a defensive player was the best player on the Packers? I mean,
Charles Woodson, Clay Matthews.
No, that's Rodgers and who's there? And I mean, what, like Reggie White? I
I have no idea.
Right? Like your quarterback's the top 5 quarterback in the league every year. I don't know. It's been a long time. Hunter Hess, is there any way I could send a jersey and have y'all sign it for me? That would look sweet on my wall. Huge
100%.
fan. Have to ask y'all to get big.
100% I would.
Yeah, we're gonna have to open up some sort of like PO box that we could have people send things to. Is it a Packer jersey? I might when they have I've seen like Tom Brady, they put like the Eli Manning jersey in there. I feel like I get the jersey. I'm like, oh, Packer jersey. Yeah, I'd sign that. That'd be pretty cool. Jake says, I look forward to seeing how the Steelers fare against the Pack. A little battle there.
I would like to know if anybody is going to that game. I can do a little meet and greet maybe.
Hugh Pack says he's been a member for 12 months, so a year. I don't know why they said 12 months. Thank you very much, Hugh Pack. Packers DB showed out tonight. Preseason doubts being put to rest. That's I've said this a few times now. The Packer cornerback room playing at this level is another thing. Like we've given a lot of credit to Micah, and he deserves a lot. But there are also other guys stepping up here, and it's not all about Micah Parsons.
Who puts the Who's Real title down poll in there? Is that you, Ziggy?
Ziggy.
How is that? It's going to be 100-0.
Kyle says, opinions on the banged-up Packers O-line performance. I thought earlier on you guys were dominating the line of scrimmage, but as the game went on, I mean...
They didn't look banged up to me.
You haven't ran the ball that well yet. So, like, there's still obviously things to be worked on. I'm waiting for Josh Jacobs to have a big night. So, I think it's just going to get better. Binary, $10. Aaron Bowers, like another $10. DFL says, go Pack go. Jack's Green Bay's title town, not Pittsburgh.
I mean, I disagree. But
Ziggy from Lactating Turtle, put the Ziggy jersey on. Pack is back, baby. We own the North.
Put it on for the sake of his name.
Dub.
Put it on for the sake of what his name is, Ziggy.
Nico says things. I'm the idiot that got the K Adams tattoo after the Micah trade. Worth it? What? I didn't see that.
That is worth it. Where's the tattoo? What part of your body?
Casey Moran, behind Tom Grassi. You guys are my favorite Packers channel. Just sacred. Can you talk about how our offense had 2 90-plus yard drives, one being 92, the other 96? Yeah. That to me was an early statement. And my dad came back. I was talking to my dad a little bit after those 2 drives, and I went upstairs, like, they just look great. 92, 96-yard drives. They're just...
It's more so Commanders sucking on defense, I think. I'm joking.
They're just playing great football right now. All right, we only have a couple more of the Super Chats to get through, which we'll finish off here. From Binary, everyone help Ziggy. Owns no Packers jersey. Send one. No, do not send Ziggy Packers jersey. Aaron, again, I'm a published author and run a six-figure brand, and Ziggy mentioning me is still my highlight. Thanks, Ziggy. You're handsome.
Oh. Is that a female?
Maybe Aaron. Jonathan Exler.
Exler.
Jadi in the chat. Oh, I need to reload this. Jadi in the chat. Hold on. Let me go back here.
Bump.
I lost it for a second. Says Love looked like crap. Shout out to the Paul Farrington Show for getting the first blind viewer. Leah, I thought Love looked great. Titletown, Jack is a bozo. Always funny. Embedded Chaos, Keyshawn Nixon, Carrington Valentine tonight. 10 targets against, 2 catches, 16 passing yards allowed. Not good. Titletown, Ziggy, should the Pack re-sign Quay during the year, and for how much?
The 5-star steakhouse, the Carrington Valentine.
He's looked pretty good so far. Titletown, Jack, I'll beat the Steelers game. Let's side wager.
I'm down to the Steelers. What's his name? What's her?
Titletown. Titletown has commented a lot. And last one, D-Mize, just so we are clear, as a Packers fan, the trucking and the safety reaction was let's effing go.
Yeah, I told you.
I would have been a little... I was a little hesitant. I'm just saying.
That's my QB. He's not a wimp. He's out here to play.
So right now, guys, NFC North. You're power ranking the North right now. Green Bay at 1.
Packers, Vikings, Lions.
Well, I'm going to get to my ranking in a second, but before I talk about my ranking, there's 3,500 people in the chat. If you've been enjoying this stream, please please subscribe.
Ziggy's like a walking
CTA. It's been a huge night
CTA.
for us, and we really appreciate all of you.
That is very nice of everybody. Yeah, Ziggy, you are like a walking CTA. You're amazing at this. Rank the North.
You know what? Andy Herman said these were the NFC North odds on our show. I like doing what Vegas does. I'm going to go Packers, Vikings, Lions, Bears.
Yeah,
why not?
I agree. Packers, Vikings, Lions.
That's not
Bears.
true. It's obviously Packers, Lions, Vikings, Bears. I don't believe in this Vikings team.
Look, to beat Green Bay right now, clearly we've seen Jared Goff, who a lot of people came into the year saying top 10 quarterback. We were getting yelled at if we didn't put him in the top 10. Jayden Daniels, top 7, top 6, maybe top 5 quarterback in a lot of people's eyes. We've seen them get rattled. What it takes to beat Green Bay right now, especially in Green Bay, is the type of person who is just stone cold killer, in my opinion. Someone who, no matter what the score is, how bad you're playing, is going to stay laser focused and be able to operate at the highest level when it matters most. And really, one name comes to mind. And Tom Brady recently said this was the trait that he most valued in the quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. So I feel pretty good about the guy we have at the helm going into Green Bay, staring Micah Parsons eye for eye.
See, so this is what I love about our show is when Jack says this, people think he's serious.
I was
when
thinking
you say this, people think you're not.
I was thinking the same thing, Ziggy. You know, I will get like just murdered in comments for saying things about the Steelers, but yet this dude J.J. McCarthy, who played horrible against the Bears. It's okay. Like Paul, you know, he's the host. Like he's a good guy. Like it's fine. I'll just get burned at the stake. You notice the difference there?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's because you're saying. Well, you have to remember this too, Jack. You're out here praising Aaron Rodgers, who these guys really don't like.
What's not to like? He's great.
And I'm out here praising a guy who just J.J. McCarthy had a kid today. It's all up. It's all up.
I'm praising a guy with 4 MVPs.
The 4 MVPs, yes.
You're praising a guy who stinks.
Who beat the Bears. No,
we've got a bunch of super chats to get to.
We're not going to be able to get through all of them, honestly.
But like, we won't. But I do want to hit one because Titletown T, who might be getting in a fist fight with Jack, re-asked something. Should the Packers re-sign Quay Walker, and for how much? No, don't re-sign Quay Walker. You've got Edgerrin Cooper. You don't need anything else.
Quay is going to get planted by our O-line in Pittsburgh this year. Boom.
Man.
Right on his back.
Let's see. Suckman said, fun stat, Washington offense, 117 yards, 3 points scored after 3 quarters. Tucker Kraft tonight, 124 yards, 6 points scored. No, that was pretty amazing, guys. That going into, if that was the number, I mean, I know, again, it was 11 after the first quarter. 117 yards after 3 quarters for this Washington offense. That is scary stuff. And
Logan O'Reilly asked if we're going to be at any Lambeau games this year. And this seems to tie in very nicely. If everyone asked me to put on the jersey, I'm not putting it on the show. But I will have to go to a Packers game at Lambeau when they're playing the Vikings. I think it's November 23rd, wearing the Ziggy jersey. So feel free to come on for that.
CJN right here as well says, has anyone corrected Jack on the 4 titles comment from the last pod? Did he mean to say 4 MVPs? Yes. Jack meant 4 MVPs. And like, I knew what he was saying as we were going. We should have corrected him. Like, but Jack texted after the show. I was like, did I say Super Bowl?
Yes.
Like, yeah,
I meant 4 MVPs.
Yeah. Jack knows that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I think we found the smartest Packer fan alive tonight. The smartest one. And look, I like Packers fans. Love Packers fans, honestly. Some of my best friends. TC fan. As a Packer fan, I am kind of scared of the Vikings. Not sure how much I love that matchup for Green Bay. Glad they didn't get Rodgers. TC fan, honest, humble, intelligent.
You know who did get Rodgers?
Yeah.
That team was going to kick your butt in a couple weeks.
Look, I was serious. When I was watching that Viking game in the beginning and JJ was that bad, I was like, I thought Rodgers on that Viking team would be great. And maybe he will be in Pittsburgh, but...
Maybe. See what he did week 1? Carved it up.
Yeah, here we go again. We're diving back into this. All right, so we have a little bit left here in this episode. Ruth says, I hate the NFL. It's kind of a weird show to be on right now.
Maybe she just likes me. Ruth, are you a 25-year-old?
If you're on the show, you're probably a Packers fan. If you're a Packers fan, how can you hate the NFL right now? Except, I will say this. I appreciate that 8% of Packers fans in here are honest and say they are scared of the Vikings.
But no.
Appreciate that.
All right, you know what?
What's there to be scared of the Vikings?
Here's where I'm gonna... Gosh, son of a bitch. Here's where I have to be honest now, because I guess that's what we do on this damn show. If I were a Packer fan, I would not be scared of the Vikings at all.
Me neither.
Like, look, I mean, I love my team, and I love my team, and I think that I think it's going to be really fun to root for JJ. He's one of the most likable guys, it seems, in the league. O'Connell's a great coach. I'm confident we can have a really good year. After watching that against Detroit and Washington and seeing the first 3 quarters of the Vikings, we have a long way to go. Like let's be honest. We have a long way to go before you can point to the Vikings and say, okay, they are a serious threat. And that's just the truth. Like, I'm confident that we can have a good year. I think we're going to beat Atlanta 2-0, get some rust off of JJ, and we'll see. But week 2, game 1 of week 2 right now, I'm not crazy. I'm optimistic, and I'm but I'm not, you know what I mean? I think everyone here.
That's why these people don't scorch you, is because they feel that you're honest.
Feel I'm reasonable.
They feel I'm not reasonable.
But the problem for me is I'm reasonable, and then like once the game starts, I like totally flip a switch. I'm a lunatic, and I'm like, okay, we could go to the Super Bowl if this happens. And did you see Will Johnson, by the way? Just want to say, Will Johnson was unbelievable in Arizona this weekend.
Yeah, but who cares? It's a degenerative knee condition.
Jordan's in Arizona.
You just want to be angry.
Maybe that's true. All right. Vikings 9-win team. I think we could, if JJ McCarthy can play anything close to the way he did. Now I know that he was throwing the ball over the place in the fourth quarter, but if JJ can be at somewhere near that level, then there's reason to fear the Vikings, because I think that pass rush is going to be for real, and I think that the offense is very talented. All right, here we're looking at 12-20. These guys got to be up pretty early.
Somebody wants my Zelle.
Oh, for what?
I don't know. I think it's way back. I'm not going to find
spam?
it.
They want to do a bet. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for the Zelle? Oh, reach out to Jack's Instagram.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram.
Reach out to an Instagram.
My personal Instagram.
Jackson will come in tomorrow. He's going to be the guy bet $10,000 against the Packer fan. All right, so this was again, the most successful live stream that we've ever had.
It's sickening.
Yeah.
I mean, we appreciate you all, but isn't it sickening that it takes the Packers being an incredibly dominant team for people to watch our show?
Wait a second. Hold on. Who is Ruth? Ruth just donated $10 and goes, the NFL has gone downhill since Frank Tripucka retired. Why that name? That's very interesting. For context, my dad grew up basically neighbors with the Tripucka family, with Frank Tripucka. Kelly Tripucka was, an NBA All-Stars rookie year with the Detroit Pistons. He would play against the Tripuckas in his front yard.
Oh, God.
He would play against the Tripuckas in their front yard and pick up basketball. Frank Tripucka, Notre Dame legend, Denver Bronco Ring of Honor, allowed Peyton Manning to wear number 18. Who is Ruth? I don't know. Is it Uncle Jamie? It has to be Uncle Jamie. That's a weird name to throw out if it's not my Uncle Jamie.
I asked Ruth if she's a single girl.
It might be my Uncle Jamie sitting in bed right now.
Uncle Jamie, hey, what's up?
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys very much.
We're at the end of the show. I want to talk just one more thing about football.
Okay, yeah.
It's we've seen the Packers get off to a really hot start. We've seen Micah Parsons be great. We've seen Jordan Love be great. You asked us in the middle of the show, and I feel like we sort of got sidetracked. I want to return to this one more time. After this game, we've seen what they're able to do. Do you really think, we're now removed from the game a little bit, that the Packers are the team to beat in the NFC?
No, it's Philly. The team won the Super Bowl.
I've changed my mind. I think on the basis of these games, it's Green Bay.
It's a team won the Super Bowl.
I think right now, I think Green Bay is the very clear number 2, and I just want to see Philly one more time. I think this weekend when we see Philly and Kansas City, we're going to get a really good look at both of those teams who, Kansas City struggled in that first game against the Chargers, and the Eagles, they had their ups and downs. That Dallas team, we don't know what they're going to be either. Like, it's so early in the year. The one undeniable thing is that Green Bay looked awesome, right? Like, you can look at the Philly game and be like, yeah, they look pretty good. Jaylen had a good game, but Green Bay's now twice looked great, and the defense looks amazing. I want to see Jalen Carter back. I'm not going to put them above Philly just yet, but if Philly goes into Kansas City and loses then I think Green Bay right now is playing as well as anyone in the league.
Well, here's why I ask. I opened up the Vegas odds. The Packers are officially the odds-on favorite after this game to win the NFC.
Wow.
There's no way they're the odds-on favorite. There's no way they're the odds-on favorite.
Are they just the favorite?
They are the favorite to win the NFC.
Okay. What are they at?
Odds-on's a minus number.
They're at plus 210 right now.
Plus 210. Okay. Yeah. Jack, how much of that would you say it's because they won this game tonight? Like, they are sitting at 2-0. Is it too, how like later in the year, if you win a Thursday night game, your odds will go up because you have that win already in the.
Yeah, I think
some of it's probably that, but also I think
it's a mix of Philly.
Really
it's
good.
so early in the year.
Philly scoring no points in the second half,
fair.
and then
said that.
You're good, Ziggy.
Philly scoring no points in the second half, and then Green Bay dominating 2 teams. That's probably why.
Yeah, I think my gut tells me the Packers are the team to beat right now. There's a couple things though, and one of them is I want to see Philly again. The other one is I just think given the ups and downs the Packers have had the past couple of years, it's going to take me a few more weeks of seeing this before I really lock in like, okay, special season in Green Bay. I think it has all the makings, and I think this is picture perfect start. But I need a little bit more before I go like, yeah, team to beat on the year. Last thing for just 1 minute, I want to ask you guys, if you were a Commanders fan, because I know the Commanders play 2, I know we don't have anyone in the chat, but how concerning is that tonight? Did you just run into a brick wall?
I think considering what happened to the Lions.
Or do you think that this is a clear, they have a ways to go to get back there? Debo doesn't look great. McLaurin doesn't look great.
I think considering what happened to the Lions week 1, it's just a
brick wall
running into a team who is playing awesome right now. Yeah. I don't think.
No, but I think it depends on your expectations. Like Commanders fans, their goal is to win the NFC this year. Their goal is to win a Super Bowl. And having a game like this, where it's not just that they lost, but that the offense looked inept until garbage time, it's not a 10 on the panic meter, but it's a 7. I'm very worried about what they showed.
Yeah, like that to me tonight was like they're not even close. I know the 17-10, I get it, but like Green Bay was dominated. And that's a Commanders team that I think most people would put in your top 5 or 6. So in the conference. All right, we'll wrap it up there. Again, thank you very much, everyone. We hope 3,000 people. It's crazy. And
if you enjoyed it, hit that like, hit that subscribe.
Thank you, Zig. Yeah, please remember to subscribe to the channel. We had a lot of new subscribers during this episode. It was really cool for us. We're trying to get to 50,000, which is a pretty insane number to shoot for, but we're gonna go for it. So if you're enjoying this, please like, please comment, please subscribe, and please send it out to a friend and say like, hey, you want to see some people complain and be upset about the Packers being great for an hour? That's us.